Welcome back everyone in one more interactive session of Standard 9 English Grammar. Last section we started getting idea about direct and indirect speech. In this session 2 we will be looking forward some more important concepts regarding the direct and indirect speech. Before we begin the actual transformation of the sentences, some basics we need to understand in a proper way that will eventually help you to convert the sentences vice versa. So in this session we will be dealing some basics of direct and indirect speech. Direct and indirect speech. Direct speech always enclosed within inverted commas because these are the exact words of the speaker. To mark out, always inverted commas are used. It always begins with a capital letter, and third, it is separated from reporting speech by a comma. These are some common ideas will help you to find out the direct speech in a better way. Then what about the indirect speech? Indirect speech doesn't have any inverted commas. Except required places, it doesn't use the capital letters. And third, the commas are not used to demarcate or to separate the reporting and reported verb. So these are the common ideas we can just ponder upon to learn the difference between direct and indirect speech. So we can easily differentiate it. Let's take a look at some more basic rules regarding. We have studied direct and indirect speech contains reporting and reported verb. I hope you understand the difference between these two. Now just take a look at how the reporting verbs affect the transformations, and this is in a great deal you need to understand and keep it in mind. So here are some rules regarding the usages of reporting verbs while the transformation is on. First rule: if the reporting verb is in the present tense, the tense in the reported verb is unchanged. Now broadly speaking, we have present tense 4, that is simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. But sometimes in the direct and indirect speech they use simple present and present perfect. So whenever the reporting verb contains the simple present or the present perfect, we are not supposed to change the tense of reported verb. Take a look at the example here. Direct speech. He says some of the goods are of poor quality. While transforming it into indirect speech, we say he says that some of the goods are of poor quality. Now if you just take a look at that, there are normally no changes took place except the conjunction that. It is because the reporting verb says is in present tense, so the reported verb, that is are, never goes under change. So that is basic idea. You have to keep it in mind when the reporting verb is in present tense. Look at one more example. He had said a video cassette library will be set up in college. So here the reporting verb is has said, that is present tense, and the reported verb is will be set up. Now while converting in indirect speech, we can use only the conjunction that, and we are not supposed to change the reported speech. This is because has said is present tense. So this is how we have to correlate. Whenever there is a present tense in reporting verb, do not try to change the tense in the reported speech. Second rule says, if the reporting verb is in the simple future tense, the tense in the reported verb is unchanged. Take a look at the example. Your father will say, life was very hard during the war. Here, the reporting verb is will say, that is simple future, and reported verb is was. While converting the sentence in indirect, we are not supposed to change it except adding the conjunction that. Take a look at, your father will say that life was very hard during the war. Here, as the reporting verb contains simple future tense, the tense of reported verb is not changed. So these two basic rules, you have to keep it in mind in a proper way. Whenever the reporting verbs contains like these situations, you need to be more vigilant, and if you properly follow this rule, you can easily transform the sentences without making any mistakes.